So now that we've talked about the Java predicate functional interface, let's take a look at a case study to illustrate how it all works, and I'll run it and show you what the results are. This is going to demonstrate how you can use this functional interface in conjunction with the Java HashMap removeIf method. And you can find this particular example in the ex8 project in my FP folder in my modern Java GitHub repository. So here we are in the ex8 project in my GitHub repository. You can see this particular example is going to have a helper method called makeMap, which is going to make a new hash map that has Larry, Curly, and Mo's IQs, again, all meant in jest. And then down here, we're going to have the main program, which is going to start by making an instance of the stooge map, which we print with the original values. We're then going to go ahead and call removeIf after first converting the map to a set of map entries. And you can see what these are. If you take a look here, we can actually expand this if we want to. So you could actually expand that to map.entry string integer entry, but that's rather verbose. So let's use the shorthand version and let the Java compiler deduce the actual types. Here's our lambda expression that we're going to use. So it's going to basically remove anything, anybody whose value is less than or equal to 100, anybody whose IQ is lower than 100 or equal to 100. We then go ahead and print the results. Now we make another map. And this time, we're going to go ahead and create two predicates. And the first predicate is going to go ahead and check to see if the value of the entry is less than or equal to 100. The second predicate is going to go ahead and check to see if the key is equal to curly. And depending on, of course, on what those values are, when we AND the IQ predicate with the curly predicate, then we can go ahead and remove curly, which will work, of course. By the way, you'll notice I was being a little bit verbose here, and that's for a reason. You can't get the code to work properly here. You need to kind of put it in more all of its glory so it can figure out what the types are. It can't do deduction with vars, so that's why it looks a bit more verbose. Let's go ahead and run the example now. So it's going to go ahead and create those two stooge maps. And the first time, we're going to remove everybody whose IQ is less than or equal to 100. So here was the original map, Mo, Larry, and Curly. We remove anybody whose IQ is less than or equal to 100. So Larry and Curly go away, leaving Mo. And then the second time, we used a different predicate that we ANDed together two predicates. So we just got rid of Curly. So hopefully you can see that using predicates is really straightforward. It's very clean and neat and helps to make life a lot simpler than having to write all kinds of logic directly. Now, you won't see this here because we haven't gotten to this discussion, but were we to start talking about Java streams in more detail, you'd see that predicates are used quite heavily in the context of something called a filter. And a filter is an operation that takes a stream of data, stream of values, and then filters out things that don't match a predicate. So predicates provide a very nice foundation for other processing in other parts of Java.